Is her mom right? So anyway, Myrmonden here wanted to marry Golden Episode 20. To me, yeah, definitely because the Ikarmat is Asiripa's mother. It's I'm not saying like it has to be that, but it really feels like it's her mom. Given the kind of context, she's like, oh, I taught your father everything about being an ainu and showing them around and taught him ainu language and yada yada. She's like, but he told me mom taught him that. He's like, yeah, your mom. It's like, yeah, I really go off at that, right? And she's like, I did X, Y, and Z. And she's like, but my mom did that. He's like, I see, yeah, that's not a woman. That's not me. Yeah, it's like, okay. So it really comes off like she's Asiripa's mother. And it wouldn't be impossible, right? Or I don't know her age is, but she seems to be kind of like, she's at least like mid-20s, maybe older, right? So on, yeah. And remember, Asiripa's really young. And she looks young, right? And she could be a teenage mother, right? She could definitely have teen pregnancy, and that wouldn't be so strange because this is like in a when he got there, it's like late. He would get there, I guess, late 19th century or early 19th, early 20th century. Yeah, he would get around 1890 or something. I don't know exactly when he got there, but something that the Tsar. No, he got there maybe later actually. The War of the Tsar, that's like 904. The war is 904, right? 5 against the Russians. Whatever, yeah, 904. But I don't know when he got there. He probably got there maybe before the war. Right? Sugimoto's, that's 1905, right? He probably got there like at 1895 or something like that, right? So whatever, something like that. It's not really exactly said what year it is, but something like that. And she is like, 12, 13, whatever, right? Maybe she's older, but she could be like 13. Her being, teen pregnancy seems to be like, that's, it's like, 1895. That wouldn't be too strange, right? That wouldn't be too strange. It's living at a kind of, poor-ish kind of Hokkaido at that time. It would be like a kind of rural area, kind of villages that haven't really built up yet, right? I mean, we're seeing now and then it's more industrial, right? Because Japan is getting more and more industrious during this time frame. Right? Actually, a lot more actually during this time frame. So when he got there, the country would be even less, or that area would be even less, built up and so on. And so like teen pregnancy, that's a high possibility, right? And we see her; she clearly loved her father, right? That is something at least that is given. That she was in love with Asiripa's blue-eyed father. Yeah, that's a given. And she knows about him, like his father Shaw, and he was like he's a half Polish, and she knows like his backstory, that kind of thing. Like he was back from Europe, and she knows that stuff, right? I'm like, man, she is probably her mom, right? Yeah, and the context of it is important too, because if she's her mother, she is very likely it's like a teen mom, right? Maybe she's like 15, 14, right? When she gave birth to her, and then she might have felt that it's better if her father raises her, like generally the village, like her grandma, and like it's better those people raise her, right? And the more experienced, mature people, and she might whatever, been ashamed, whatever. So she kind of left her there, or left with her dad, right, or whatever, or multiple reasons. Maybe her father got killed during that time frame after she got birth. Well, actually, we know he didn't, but no, because he raised her. But I mean, roughly under the time frame, you don't know exactly when he got killed, right? But of course, when he got killed, Asiripa was still, young. She's young, but she's younger, right? And she might have felt that she might want to raise her at that time frame. But even then, she might be like 20 or so when her father got, when her husband got killed, right? And she might still feel like, nah, it's still better that like my mother or my grandma or whatever, like my aunts take care of her. Because I'm still kind of, wishy-washy traveling around. I can't raise a kid, yeah. So she might, that is how I feel. She's crying there because mainly, assumption, but mainly, she feels like guilty and sad and so on. She couldn't take care of her daughter, right? That's how I read the scene. So I think it's her mom. Yeah, that's the episode basically. No, but yeah, and it makes sense too. If she is her mother, because again, right? Her father didn't tell her about her mom, right? Because her mom was like maybe very young, right? Giving birth to her and so on, and and she kind of left for whatever reason, so on, right? Yeah, and he might be like, I don't want to tell her that, So yeah, he lied to her about some sickness. I mean, I read that alone. That the father was like, oh, your mom had like sickness. Like, yeah, it's kind of like she got sick and died. Yeah, it's like a very openly kind of, oh yeah, she died. Yeah, like we couldn't cure her because of reasons. Yeah. just that already makes it sure her mother could be alive. Actually, the mother could be any other character in that sense, because it's very much like she never saw her mother getting killed, right? She never saw her mother dying and so on. She was like, she's told her mother died in some random sickness when she was very, very young. Basically, her mother can give birth to her and left to me, maybe she can give birth to her, yeah, or whatever, right? So it's very much like, oh yeah, your mom passed away, yeah. So that definitely could be a lie, and it seems to be putting that heavily, especially again if she's a teen predator. Anyway, I'm being running down. The more good scene, of course, was the yaoi scene. The maximum yaoi scene. That was weird, even for the Kamuy standard. It was like, oh, the utter of love. They're all, it's like, let's have sumo wrestling. Yeah, that was a scene. It was classic Kamuy. So one scene that is like mother and daughter, reveal, arguably, right? Tense moment, and the other scene is like, yeah, oh, he's so hot, look at those chest muscles. Yeah, this anime is so crazy. And that I feel is pretty much episode. They also kind of learned he is dead, but not really. Yeah, I don't know about that. It feels like he might be the guy in prison, the father, yeah. And we can see his eyes, they're very glaring, and they kind of like, his blue eyes or not. But it kind of comes off like, it definitely feels plausible that he would lie to her, right? And give her like a false, I mean, an actual knife, but like this knife killed the man you loved. And it's like, did it really? Maybe it did. Maybe killed someone else. Is there blood on it? Yeah, like that feels like it could be anyone's knife, right? That he might know this Kirukanis, right? He's like, yeah, this guy killed him. Yeah, look at that fingerprints. Yeah, like, because I already felt kind of weird that she was like, oh, they use fingerprints instead of Japan. It's like, but if you don't use it in Japan, why would someone even keep that then, right? So it could be, it's down low and it's kind of like, it feels like that could be a trick, definitely. Or it could be completely true. So I kind of liked how it ended there, both of them being in the same team, both now with the group, and it's like, and Sue was like, I will kill you both if something happens. Yeah, so you better be friends and be guard each other. So that was great, and then of course we have the crazy new guy that murdered people. That was good. I love that Golden Kamuy. I love that last thing there. We see him like, oh, new boy, here's his two serial killers. He just kills them. He just maces them and kills them. And it's like, yeah, was no problem. It's like, yeah, this Golden Kamuy, so the bad guys are usually very competent, right? So yeah, of course he murders them without any issue. Like, oh, yeah, they died. It's like, yeah, wasn't a biggie. So that's great. Classic Golden Kamuy. Anyway, another amazing episode. Leave a comment below. Do you agree with me? Is it her mother? Of course, no like manga spoilers, but yeah, for anyone that watches like I am, I do think that I'm gonna assume that she's her mother. It feels, to me at least, it comes off as very reasonable at least. Unless someone's the mother. Yeah, I don't know. Where would it be even? Yeah, if she's alive, she's like the only best thing about it. So, yeah, basically it's like 10 male characters, like 2 female characters in total. I'm thinking about it. Like, she has to be a mother. If her mother is alive, it's probably her, because it's also not a female character. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow with Black Clover and Took Good and so on, right? So, yeah.